Right.
So I'm just falling back, and my phone is blowing up. Yo, Champ, we need you. The city needs you. The town needs you. Come back to the town. I was gonna go back anyway, but I was gonna go and just sneak in and go to the city hall and the courthouse and really put the pressure on the powers that be.
Yeah.
And they was like, yo, we need you.
We need you on the front line.
We need you. Like, we need you. Like, so once I get in, police is like, Mr. Anthony, it's a lot of tension out here. Come on, man. I got I beam on my neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? That my city is calling me. So
you was on the ground.
I don't care what y'all talking about. Right. I don't care who say what. I'm here with my people. We gonna march.
Right.
And and another reason people don't know this, East marched with West. So West marched and East marched, and then we met in the middle, and then we walked downtown. So that was even a bigger moment.
Yes, it was.
Of the city, because if you know the city, East and West ain't.
East and West is different.
And I'm to this day, I don't like going over East.
Yeah.
Oh, you're West Side.
I'm West Baltimore, man.
Murphy
Home Project.
Let me just tell you what they give me on Baltimore.
Oh shit.
The East Side niggas is the grimy niggas.
Indeed, indeed.
That's like West Side niggas is the niggas that want to get fly and think they the shit. That's what they told me about Baltimore. The West Side niggas want to get fly. They think they the shit, and the East Coast side niggas want to rob the West Side.
East is more. East is more like
grimy.
Iraq, like you know what I'm saying. It's Chirac over East. West is more like cool. You know what I'm saying. Niggas get money.
Right.
Niggas coming through with the cars. Niggas that's fly.
Right.
But then it's a different. You got project niggas now from West.
Yeah.
Now we was the down bottom guys.
Right.
Now down bottom we didn't consider ourselves West. We considered down bottom.
Even though y'all out the West.
Even though we like the big start of the West, we don't consider the West. Okay. We down bottom. We project shit. So if you ever in B-more, I know y'all. You been B-more a lot.
Yeah, B-more.
I know. I already know. We been B-more a lot.
Yeah, I'm from East
we
Baltimore.
We from down bottom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you jealous now. He's going to throw that out there. Pussy, you ain't from East Baltimore. You're from fucking Park Avenue, Allegheny, in Philadelphia.
That's where I was from.
We the real, we the wire.
Yeah.
And when I say this to people, we the true wire. That orange couch is us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pennsylvania Avenue, hitting in the hole, that's us. That's down bottom.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Roman Swipes. One thing about Roman Swipes, they're fast acting. I'm talking about unmarked pack.
Well, let's connect with some real Baltimore legends. I need to know who the hood legends. When you was coming up, you was 15, 16, 17. You one of the top players in the country, if not the top player in the country. Then you go to Baltimore. You know, every major hood city got them playgrounds.
Indeed.
Them playgrounds. Where the dude drank the 40.
Who was the old head that would drink a 40 and give y'all 40?
So I speak about my cousin.
Oh, your cousin was
cousin Luck.
Luck was the one that drink a 40 and give out 40.
Luck was the one that drank gin and come through with Nike boots on it.
Luck be out there like this, you niggas in trouble today.
But he was, they was calling him New York too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he kind of laid the foundation for us. But like old heads, like, we had Skip Wise. Like I'm talking about legendary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Skip Wise back in the day. Fiend, like, you know what I'm saying? Getting high, just come to the gang, give you 60.
Damn.
And leave. Like, it was that. Ernie Graham, went to Maryland.
Yeah.
Got kicked out of, you know what I'm saying? It was those guys.
They taught you something.
I learned a lot of shit from them without them even teaching me nothing. I learned not to do some shit that they was doing.
Right.
Because that was who we had to look up to
right.
in order for us to make it out. Like, yo, you see Skip Wise? Skip Wise supposed to be
in the
top
league.
50 ever in the NBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He back home.
Right.
Ernie Graham is supposed to be one of the best power forwards ever at the University of Maryland.
And he back out West Baltimore or East Baltimore.
He back up Park Heights.
Right.
In B-more. We had a guy went to Temple, one of my favorite players, Mark Karcher.
Yeah.
Went to Temple. Yeah. He was my big homie. That was somebody I used to run home from school to go watch.
Yeah.
LaFonte Johnson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Went to UNLV.
See, the reason why we ask these questions, because these is the questions that, okay, people that's watching this all over the world, they might not know who these guys is, but the hood in Baltimore.
Oh, indeed. So we had in my hood, in our projects, it was one guy we had named D Brown, and D Brown was like, I thought he was the best thing since sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? But he had the same mentality. We grew up together, project shit. Like wherever he went, we went.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
we piggybacking off of that.
Right.
And he was the guy who really held our hood down from a basketball standpoint.
Yeah.
And we followed that. I ain't seen him. I know he back there. I know, you know, a couple of the homies are still there, but that was the guy on our block.
Right.
D Brown was the guy.
They say your mom wasn't no joke in South Carolina in the ball with the basketball.
Yeah, she was nice, man. I ain't know that shit.
And
but
Big Curly was nice too.
See, Big Curly was the one. But Big Curly got his game. You know, he did time upstate.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this. I never knew he did time upstate. And he used to write poetry. And he left a book with like his poems in there and like old pictures and shit
Book
like
of
that.
Life.
And I'm looking at the book and I'm like, yo, it's newspaper articles from Buffalo, Albany, upstate.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful. Who's Mr. Wonderful? I'm like, who the fuck is Mr. Wonderful? I think it's going 50 and 60 and 70 in the joint. And they like, yo, that's Curly. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not him. But he had the name, they gave him the name Mr. Wonderful up there. But that was also at the time where you had movies like American Me.
American Me, yep.
Right? So in the joint, you already know what that was like. Blacks, Puerto Ricans, Muslims, you know what I'm saying, the brothers. And my dad was a young lord.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until I'm doing my own discovery and see the pictures in the book. I'm like, yo, Dad, why he got the beret on? Why he got the black leather on with the turtleneck? Why he got the fro like that? You know, why he wearing the red flag around his neck? And I started doing all that research and found out he was part of the original Young Lords. And I'm like, oh, that's why I'm so tapped in like that. Yeah.
That's important. Now, what brought the book about?
It was time. It was time, man. And I always want to tell my story, but I didn't know how to tell a story. I didn't know who was ready to hear that story. We need it. You know what I'm saying? We need more of these stories from people like us, people like me who know I can touch a lot of people out there, a lot of younger generation. And I'll still say I'm glad that I'm still connected a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To a couple generations, to a generation that's older than us and the generation that's younger than us, and the younger generation.
Oh, you connected.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Tapped in.
but I built that off of this story
Right.
and my basics in life and my morals and what I stand on. You know what I'm saying? And the way that I operate, that's what this story is about. But this is about, you know, survival.
Right.
Like what it's like to survive that concrete is different.
It's
Concrete,
totally
but that concrete shape you into a person that man could go through anything, man.
Man, I say,
You know,
I used to
feel
say,
like
absolutely.
I can make it through, man.
But see, when you going through it, you don't think that.
No.
When I was 13, 14, it's like, man, fuck this. Like, what is life?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
I ain't making it out of here. There's no way I can make it out of here.
I ain't got a shot. I'm going to die.
Man, my man, he just got killed yesterday.
Right.
He just got hit by a car. He just got hit by the
He
police
went to
riding on a
prison.
dirt bike. My man who was just with me yesterday got 30 years. He doing juvie life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, ain't no hope. I don't got no hope in this. And basketball was the last thing that I ever thought about.
And to beat all that is like, you know, and I'm glad it's out here because you have a platform and you're big, you know, because, you know, once you get into sports, there's a whole different people looking at us.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people really don't know our story at the bottom. The story of the bottom of America is an extraordinary story. And I'm talking about it's a horrifying story. It's a horror movie. And just to see you sitting here on this Baltimore block to let them, because this book is going to educate. It ain't just for us. It's for people that's outside of us and outside of our culture.
Yeah, it's I say,
like,
not to cut you off, I say, this is a universal message.
Yes.
It's not just for boys. It's not just for girls. It's not just for people in the hood. Everybody is going through some shit. Everybody trying to figure out how to survive their own situation in their own environment. This is what help you.
Yep.
This is a blueprint to how to make it, how to get out of there. But I'm telling you the stories. I got to get you the stories first.
Right.
Yes.
And then you could get the, you know, you get the flowers after that.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people don't understand is that niggas in the hood and niggas that's struggling financially ain't the only motherfuckers that got problems.
Oh,
No, they
hell
not.
nah. Hell
You know,
nah.
you think that way when
No, they
when
not.
you at the bottom. When you at the bottom and you can't, you know, you ain't never been nowhere, you ain't never traveled nowhere, you don't know people that really got money. You feel like that just having money is everything, and then you get around niggas that got money and you like,
Yeah.
this nigga's miserable.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
yeah.
only thing he able to do is pay his bills on time.
Yeah, so let me go back to the block. Let me go back where I'm comfortable at. That's how they be feeling.
Right. You feel what I'm, because you get around niggas that got money and then you be like, the only difference between me and you is you pay your bills on time.
Right.
And you drive better cars than me. And you're able to take trips, but you're not actually happy as me.
No.
And I don't have shit. You're miserable. And you don't realize that until you get friends that got money and then they have all these problems and you like, nigga, like,